Our journey kicks off thousands of years ago, in a time when money as we know it didn't exist. Picture a bustling marketplace where goods were exchanged directly, no cash in sight. This was the era of barter, where commodities like livestock, grains, or tools served as currency. Transactions were simple. Your sheep might be worth a shiny new axe, or a bushel of wheat could get you a pair of sturdy sandals. However, this system was far from perfect. It hinged on what we call the coincidence of wants. For a trade to occur, both parties needed to desire what the other had to offer. This often led to complex negotiations and tricky situations. Imagine wanting a loaf of bread, but all you have to trade is a cow. Trading was a complicated affair back then, wasn't it? But necessity is the mother of invention. So, what came next? As barter proved to be a handful, humans came up with a clever solution: commodity money. Commodity money was unique because it had value in and of itself. This intrinsic value came from objects that people across various cultures and societies found useful or desirable. Think about shells, which were not only beautiful but also durable. Or consider salt, a precious resource that could preserve food and add flavor to meals. And then there were metals like gold, silver, and bronze, which were treasured for their rarity and versatility. Commodity money had several advantages over the barter system. First, it was portable. Imagine trying to carry around a dozen chickens every time you wanted to trade. With commodity money, trade became a lot more convenient. Second, it was divisible. If you wanted to buy something worth half a chicken, well, you can imagine the issues there. But with something like gold or salt, you could easily divide it into smaller portions. Lastly, commodity money was universally accepted. It didn't matter if you were trading with your next-door neighbor or a merchant from a distant land. If you had commodity money, you had a universally recognized medium of exchange. Commodity money was a game changer, but it was just the beginning. The evolution was far from over. As societies grew and economies became more complex, the need for something more standardized and controlled emerged. But that's a story for the next episode. Stay tuned! Next on our timeline is a shiny era, the age of coins. With the dawn of this age, the concept of money started to solidify, quite literally. Metals like gold, silver, and copper were transformed into coins, and humans bid adieu to the cumbersome era of bartering and commodity money. It was a game changer, a revolution that would shape the future of money. Coins were not just lumps of metal, they were standardized units of value, universally accepted, and importantly, durable. Ever tried carrying a sack of salt around? Not the easiest thing in the world. Coins, on the other hand, were portable and could be carried in one's pocket. They were also divisible, allowing for more precise transactions, solving the change problem that barter and commodity money had. The introduction of coins brought a sense of uniformity to trading practices. No longer did people need to haggle over the value of a cow or a bushel of wheat. The value was minted right there on the coin. This standardization boosted economies, making transactions easier, quicker, and more precise. But coins did more than just simplify transactions. They served as a medium to showcase a kingdom's prosperity and power. Emperors, kings, and rulers stamped their faces on coins, making them a tool of propaganda, a show of strength and dominance. Coins also played a pivotal role in the advancement of societies. With a common currency in place, people could focus more on innovation and less on the complexities of trade. Societies flourished, economies thrived, and the world entered an era of unprecedented growth. But as we all know, change is the only constant. As societies advanced, so did their monetary systems. The age of coins had set a strong foundation for the future of money, but as we'll see in our next chapter, the story was far from over. Coins were a hit, but as societies advanced, so did their monetary systems. The next big leap in our money journey is a move from metal to paper. With the advent of representative money, we began to see the concept of notes being promises of value. Instead of lugging around heavy metals, people could now carry lightweight paper that represented a certain amount of a precious commodity. Imagine the convenience of it. This was a significant shift. Money became more than just a physical entity, it became a symbol, a promise. These paper notes were essentially IOUs, guarantees that the holder could exchange them for a certain amount of gold or silver. They were a tangible representation of trust. But as societies evolved, the limitations of representative money became evident. There was always a risk that the commodity backing the currency might run out. And so, the world made another leap towards what we know today as fiat currency. In the 20th century, money underwent a radical transformation. It was no longer tied to any physical commodity. Instead, it became a symbol of trust in the government and financial institutions that issued it. This was a turning point. Money was no longer a thing, but an idea. The transition from promises to paper was a monumental shift in the history of money, laying the groundwork for the complex financial systems we have today. The 20th century was a turning point. Money was no longer a thing, but an idea. We're now entering the digital age, an exciting time of rapid change and innovation. The late 20th century marked a significant shift in the world of finance as transactions began to move from physical to digital platforms. Suddenly, money could be transferred with a click, making the world smaller and commerce faster. But the real shakeup came in the form of an elusive figure known as Satoshi Nakamoto. In 2009, Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin, the first decentralized cryptocurrency. This wasn't just a new kind of money. This was a radical reimagining of what money could be. Gone were the days of central authority and banks. Instead, cryptocurrencies operate on a technology called blockchain, a decentralized system that allows for secure, peer-to-peer transactions to take place across the internet. So what's the big deal about blockchain? Well, it's all about decentralization and security. In a traditional financial system, we rely on central authorities like banks to keep track of transactions. But with blockchain, that information is stored across a network of computers. This means there's no single point of failure, making the system incredibly secure. Plus, every transaction is transparent and can't be changed, which helps prevent fraud. Bitcoin was just the start. Today, there are thousands of cryptocurrencies, each with their own unique features and uses. Some, like Ethereum, even allow for complex contracts and applications to be built on their networks. The rise of digital currencies has had profound implications. It's challenged our notions of what money is, and who has the power to create it. It sparked debates about privacy, regulation, and financial inclusion. And it's opened up new possibilities for how we might conduct business and trade in the future. Who knows what's next? The only constant in the world of money is change. But one thing is clear, the digital dawn of currency is here, and it's reshaping the financial landscape in ways we could only have dreamed of a few decades ago. From barter to blockchain, the journey of money has been nothing short of fascinating. We've witnessed the evolution from direct trade of goods to the use of tangible commodities as currency. We've seen the birth of coins, bringing standardization and durability to the world of trade. Then came the era of representative money, where paper notes became promises of value, backed by precious commodities. The 20th century ushered in the age of fiat money, untethered from physical commodities and based on trust in the system. And in our modern age, digital transactions and cryptocurrencies have revolutionized the financial landscape, with blockchain technology offering decentralization and security. As we look to the future, one can only speculate on the next chapter in the story of money. Will cryptocurrencies become the norm? Will blockchain technology reshape our economies? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us on this monetary odyssey. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting journeys through history.